Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. How you doing? For today's look, I'm going to be doing the more glam makeup look or more glam themed makeup look. I'm going to keep this one very simple and just really like pretty makeup because my last two were just very like editorial and like bright and like wow. And probably not a lot of people will wear those types of looks. Maybe, I don't know, it depends, but I feel like we just need to tone it down a little. So today I'm going to be doing the glam makeup look. We're going to keep it quite simple. We're going to do a wing today and just, you know, make it look pretty. So that's what we're doing today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and follow me on social media. If that is all, let's get into this video. We're going to be starting with eyes first. Prime as usual. I'm going to swap out my primer today because I feel like my Painterly is running out and I need a new one. So the primer I'm using today is my 24-hour extended eye base, and I am just going to apply that with my finger. Prime your lids as you do. I do want to keep this glam look quite warm just because I feel like that's more inviting, obviously. So the first eyeshadow I'm going to go in with is just like spare eyeshadows in my palette. So don't mind it being an absolute disaster. It looks disgusting. Is this shade right here. It's a Powder Kiss eyeshadow by MAC. It's called Striker Pose. It's basically just like a really light peachy sort of color. So if you have something similar, grab that. I'm going to put that on a JH30 big blending brush. This is going to go in your crease. It's going to go on your lid. It's just going to go everywhere. Diffuse this as much as possible. We don't want this to be like the main color, but we do need this to hold up the rest of the colors that we are using. So get this in everywhere, inner corner to outer corner, lash line, as far up your brow bone as you prefer. The next shade I want to go in with is something a little bit deeper than this peach, so that we can start building up that smokiness for this liner that, well, the liner that I want to do. So I'm going to go in with the Volume 2 palette with Morphe and Jaclyn Hill, and I'm going to pick up a peach that is just the tiniest bit darker than what I have on. And for me, I think I'm going to go in with this one. This one is called Grateful. And I'm going to take that on a pencil brush. This is a JH39, and you are essentially going to map out a really thick liner. And as we get deeper within our shades and move on to like the liquid line and the pencils, we're going to keep that tighter. We're going to go tighter into the lash line. So essentially we are just building up the smoky liner. So to do that, you're going to wing out this eyeshadow. You can use an angled brush, I guess, but I mean, if we are smoking this out, a slightly thicker brush is actually better. So just create the wing as you would with your pencil brush. Take it in your lash line, get right up in that inner corner, and then wing it out. Start small at first because we are going to keep going in and blending this out. So do start with like a small wing extension at first and then just push the color in. I'm going to go in with another Morphe palette. This is the Armed and Gorgeous from the Vault. Oh, if I can just get the damn thing open. I'm going to go in now with a warm brown. You can use whatever warm brown you have, so long as it kind of resembles this. This is the shade Smooth Criminal. And I'm going to take that on a liner brush. You can use a liner brush, an angled brush, any thin, dense brush will do. And we're going to do the exact same thing we did with that first, whoa, almost took my eye out. That first peachy shade. We are going to realign our eyes. But this time we're going to keep the color a little bit lower than that initial peach that we put down. So still carry on with the same shape, just do it a teensy bit lower. And again, all we're doing is building up that gradient and opacity to create a really nice smoky liner. This one doesn't have to go all the way into the inner corner. This one you can, well, the shade rather, you can just keep in like the first 2 outer thirds of the eye. But just get that brown down, and then you can go back in with that pencil brush, and you can either pick up a little bit more of that Grateful shade or some Smooth Criminal like I have, and you are just going to soften and blend that in. Just blend the 2 shades together. Okay, so now you're going to grab a liquid liner. This can be either black or brown. We are going to smudge it out in any case. I'm going with black just because it will stand out a little bit more against the already warm colors that we have, but you can do whatever you want. And you are literally just going to create a really tight lined wing. Keep this incredibly close into your lashes, and then quite low down in your wing extension. I am using Brushstroke Black 24-hour waterproof liquid liner by MAC. You can use whatever liquid liner you want. If you're not comfortable using a liquid liner yet, you can always go in with a pencil, because again we are going to be smoking this out. In any case, and a pencil is much easier to blend out than liquid. This black liquid liner, oh crap, it's okay, I'll fix it later. This black liquid liner is going to go all the way from the inner corner out. It's not going to like come halfway, take it all the way through. Damn it. I'm just going to have to roll with it, because now I've already made the mess. Cool, there we go. So now we're going to wait for this to dry a little, and then we're going to go back in with eyeshadows and just smudge that out further. Now, after the liquid liner has dried, at a tilt here, we're going to go in with a dark but warm brown eyeshadow to smoke that out. So I'm going to go back in with that Armed & Gorgeous palette, and I'm going to pick up this brown here. It's called Prowl. Any brown will do so long as it has a warm undertone. So if the brown looks purple or grey or actually almost black, it's not going to work. If the brown looks like it has an orange or a red undertone, then you know you've got the right brown. So I'm going to pick up our liner brush again. So just taking that brown, we're just going to go not quite on top of the liner, like on top of the line I mean, but we're going to go just above it and use that to extend your wing further. Again, this doesn't have to go all the way into the inner corner. The black eyeliner is doing that for us already. But basically all we're doing is kind of like outlining the liner and trying to give it like a halo with all these eyeshadows. Get into doing that. If you find that you have covered up that orange a little bit like I have, you can always go in and just extend the orange slightly, like that first Grateful color that we did. You can always go in and do that. I might just, because it's only showing in my inner corner, but yeah. Just feel your way through and see what color needs to stand out a little bit more, what needs to be blended out a little bit more. But the most important thing is just to remember to try and create that really nice warm halo around the liquid liner so that you have like a light to dark situation going on. And just add and feel out what colors you need to add, what colors you need to take away from, that type of thing. Okay, so now that we have smoked out our liner, I'm going to go in with some mascara. Just going to go in with good old Fenty. I am going to be doing lashes as well. You can do lashes too if you want, or not. Up to you. I'm going to be doing lashes. If you are only just doing mascara, I would suggest maybe like brushing your lashes in like a diagonal out so that you continue with that really nice feline shape that we've created with the wing. So like brush your lashes up at an angle. I guess you can still do that if you want to wear lashes. That's totally up to you. The lashes that I'm going to be using today are my Ardell Wispies. They're not in here because I've already taken them out and put glue on. So I will be right back. Cool, and there we have it. Lashes are on and looking fearsome. Let's finish up the rest of the face. We're going to keep it super simple today. The primer I'm going in with today is a blurring one. This is the Glam Primer Blur and Perfect. And I'm just going to buff that in with my Cover FX brush. I'm going to do about 2 pumps of this. I'm just going to use the 2 wells of the brush. Prime your face with whatever you wish. I am going to do a little bit more of a matte look today, just because the eye is quite matte, and I know that's like, oh, you need like dimension and texture and all these things, but I will add that on with like highlighters and stuff. So I did just feel like an all matte look today. So I'm going to do a little bit of highlighting before I do some foundation. I'm going to go in with this mini What's Up, not WhatsApp. This is a soft focus highlighter for the face. It's essentially just a flippin' cream highlighter. Okay, it's by Benefit. It's the What's Up stick. Good lord. Okay, I'm gonna warm this up along my finger first, and then I am just going to apply this to the high points of my face. Essentially, I'm just doing kind of like an underpainting, highlighting situation. And then once it's warm, you can go in with the stick along your face and then just blend it out with your fingers. This is sort of like a champagne-y sort of highlighter. I want to keep all the products that I use quite warm in tone so that everything's a little bit more cohesive, because it's a pet peeve to mix your warm and cool tones, in my opinion. So I'm just going to push this in with my finger. I'm not going to be concealing per se. I am just going to kind of be like color correcting. So I'm going to go in with this highlighting concealer by Isabella Garcia. It's literally the exact same shade as my skin, but I'm just going to use it to push up the depth that is underneath my eyes in the inner corner here, and then just take down some of the redness around my nose here. Get rid of this thing. I'm going through a dry spell around my mouth again. I've just come off of being sick. Like, I had really bad flu coming home from tour the other day, and even though I've recovered, your skin gets really dehydrated and dry with all the medication. Even though I am drinking water to like combat all of that, it's still like my skin freaks out. So I have like really bad dry patches around my face right now. Oh, I'm using a damp sponge to blend that in, by the way. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with something completely different and something I haven't used, honestly, since I worked on counter at MAC. I'm going to go in with a Waterweight foundation, the Studio Waterweight foundation. And I'm just going to apply that on my face with a damp sponge. Obviously, this is the shade NW22. It is a touch too warm for me, but I really like this formula. And I haven't used it in so long, and I was going through my kit and found it, and I thought, you know what the hell? I'm just going to do it. It is essentially a really sheer, like, balmy, liquidy sort of foundation with a dropper system. So I'm going to do probably half a drop just to start with and see how that goes, because I just know this is going to be a touch too warm for me. Or might not, I don't know. I actually can't remember, because the shades at MAC, even though we have like even though they have like an NW22 in all the different formulas of foundation, the actual shade of NW22 differs. Like the Studio Fix one is very orange, very warm. But then like the NW22, and this for example is not too bad because the consistency and viscosity of the formulas differ. No, this is not too bad. I'm just gonna go in and set my under eyes and just powder down and mattify some areas on my skin. So I'm gonna go in with good old faithful L'Oreal translucent powder. I'm gonna push that in on a damp sponge. And I am literally just gonna set underneath the eye because we do need to blend out that under eye area in just a second. So we're gonna need to have this area quite smooth. Let's go in and finish this under eye area. Or actually just finish off the eyeshadow look in general. What have I done here? Get yourself a brown pencil. It can be any brown pencil you want. I am just using my Isabella Garcia one for now. And we are just going to use this to line our waterline. If you want, you can use black if you want to as well. I am going to go back in with my black liner in just a second, but I can't put that in my waterline. So any black or brown pencil will literally do. Now that you've got that down, we're going to work in reverse. So you're going to put all your dark colors underneath your eye first and blend them out with the lighter colors. So I'm going to go black to orange instead of orange to black. So I'm going to start with my liquid liner, then my dark brown, my warm brown, and then that really nice peachy orange to end off with. You can bring this down as low as you want or keep it quite tight. It's totally up to you. I'm explaining now so that I can just show you. And then of course, obviously do your bottom lashes. You're going to need mascara. I'm just going to use my extended play Gigiblack lash because I want the bottom lashes to be a little bit more defined rather than volumized like the top. Okay, a glam look like this requires glam brows, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I am using my MAC eyebrows pencil in the shade Stylized. It has a spoolie on the end, so that's just what I'm using right now to shape my brows. And then I'm going to use the pencil end to fill them in. I'm just going to apply a brow gel, my good old faithful NYX, and just fluff up the front of my brows with this to fill that in. And then set the rest of my brows. Okay, for bronzer today, I'm just going to go in with my Bourjois chocolate bar. And I'm just going to do a light bronze with my 135 brush. You can see. My highlighter today is going to be my Mika Beauty Face and Body Highlight Bronzer, whatever. I'm using the shade FB3 Sunlight. And I'm going to be applying that with a 402 setting brush. And I'm just going to highlight all the high points on my face. I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to look sweaty. But I want that really nice warm metallic glow from this highlighter because it is quite golden. And if I'm being at all honest, a little bit too dark for my skin, but you know what? I don't care. It looks really nice with all the warm tones that we have going on the face today. I'm going to set my face with the Catrice Ultra Last setting spray. Okay, since this look is looking quite monochromatic to me in my opinion, I think I'm going to keep it the way it is and do a matching lip. I'm going to go in with 2 liquid lips today. Just because I kind of want to create an ombre effect, but not really at the same time. So the first one I'm going to go in with here is a Kat Von D liquid lip. This is the Everlasting liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita. I absolutely adore this shade. It is very like autumnal, and it's weird. It looks cool toned and muted here, but when I apply it, it tends to all of a sudden find its warmth. So I'm going to be applying this in the center of my lips. A very warm nude. It's almost the same as Topped with Brandy by MAC, but not really. To layer over top of that, I'm going to go in with this Powder Kiss liquid lip color by MAC in the shade Devoted to Chili. This is definitely very, very warm. It's very similar to Chili lipstick, or the actual Devoted to Chili Powder Kiss lipstick, but I'm here for the warmth. I'm here to try and kind of mimic that warm orangey color that we put in our eye before. And also a Powder Kiss lipstick blends out really, really well. So I'm just going to put that just on top of Lolita. Like that. And just like kind of slowly layer it. Because I do want to make this look a little bit pressed in rather than like I've got lipstick on. If that makes sense. Cool, so now with just like a clean finger, I am just going to push and press that lipstick out to the edges of my lips. Just like light dabbing movements. Wow. This lipstick is very, very soft and it feels kind of like moussey and souffle-ish. Cool, so it kind of looks like it's blurred out. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that Lolita just in the center again to bring back some of that depth. Okay, so there we go. This is the final completed look for the Glam installment of this Valentine's Day Look Book. I quite like it. It's really warm and also like really soft and like teetering on the brink of like a romantic makeup look. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, follow, share, comment, do all the pretty little engagement things for this video. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Thanks again, and don't forget whenever you can to refer the Gypsy Caravan. Bye!